Good morning. I'm Muhammad Ali, Knowledge Guide. Today I'm going to continue, and by today I'm just closing healing. So I was asked by some of my friends that can we heal ourselves all the physical ailments and mental ailments or psychic ailments by making use of only healing method? I said no. If there are physical conditions such as growth or some infections or some malignancy, some blood problems, some endocrinal problems, and some of the autoimmune diseases also, we cannot bring about pure healing or 100% healing by resorting to healing method. However, we can speed up the recovery or cure, engaging ourselves in this healing method so that the medicine is supported by our backing. Otherwise, what happens if a disease is found out, correctly diagnosed, and the right medicine treatment is prescribed, also the disease will not get cured unless and until it is supported by us, our will, our mental demeanor, our attitude, and our outlook. So, what we can do and we must do is, in case we have some disease, naturally we have to see the doctor consent. Let us undergo the testing procedures as well. And when the doctor arrives at a diagnosis and prescribe a mode of treatment or method of treatment or procedure, we have to fully accept it and undergo it with the thought that this method of treatment, this medicine will 100% cure me. And take the medicine, undergo the procedure, side by side you should support this with your healing procedure. Understand? Otherwise, people will be misguided. It's just like magic, or Alisa says it can cure. That is nonsense. You must understand that this is whatever psychological methods are the methods pertaining to that particular person, and for external diseases or other anything happening, some happening, financial crisis, relationship problems, all these things cannot be healed by this method. I tell you, I underline it. But to a greater extent, all the psychological problems can be purely and fully 100% healed by this method. You need not resort to the psychiatrist's prescriptions for controlling your mental problems. I don't say hormone problems, that is separate the chemistry patterns to the body. Hormone problems will have to be countered with hormones only or checking the hormones only. Okay, these things are bodily chemical things which the psychological method cannot control. But whatever method things are there, suppose there are hormone problems for which we take medicines, if it is not supported by ourselves, by our healing procedure, it is not going to work. So what should be there? Our participation as a human with body, mind and soul should be there, our cooperation should be there with the external types of treatment for bodily, mental and psychological diseases. So I make it clear. So nobody should get confused. With the psychological support only any disease will be cured. With the psychological support only any financial problem can be tied over. Doesn't mean you give healing, I don't have money, I don't have income, I don't have job, so I'll go on doing like that, I became financially okay and I eat biryani and all, okay, I'm creating amount of money, you just go, that is useless. For that you have to work also, for making money. So when you work for making money, then you make use of this healing method, then definitely you will get money, you will get job, you will get everything. Regarding relationships also. Relationship in all the relationships, minus the Satans. I said that human beings appear to be human beings with their body. There can be a Satan, a Beelzebub, or any one member of that group born in the form of human beings. They look like human beings, walk about like human beings, eat like human beings, everything. They might have children, that is physiological thing, okay. That doesn't mean that they are human beings. Such are Satans. They do not belong to the soul group of human being. They belong to Satans, to satanic energy in the form of soul. So Satan, where you can find Satan? Satans are not separate creatures moving about like that only. Satans are, but the negatives. So Satans are born, truly born as human beings. They are called a narcissist. So one in 1 lakh maybe you can come across a narcissist. And for them, treatment will have effect. Bodily illness, but their mental illness medicines will not affect. So you can see if such a narcissist happens to undergo a surgery. So for surgery, when anesthesia is given, this guy will start running about in the operation theatre, making sound and all these things and like that, madmen. Okay. Because they are not human. The soul is not human. So minus Marxist, this method of healing will be purely effective for all people. So if it happens that any member of our family becomes narcissist, then we have to cut them off, okay, take away all the feelings, all the compassion, all the empathy, everything from them, and without their knowledge, and we should avoid their contact as far as possible. We can keep a silence in ourselves, talk little words only. Don't give space and time to them. And so slowly, the narcissists will leave us as their source of energy. So narcissists are very happy that attacking others and putting them in trouble and spoiling them, and that is their food. Then they feel happy, very happy. When these narcissists show all these signs like that, we think that they may be frustrated because of this. In a person's life, there is so many things, because of that. We try to find out excuses for the narcissist that will spoil the narcissist and the others around. So leave the narcissists, they are satans. They might have become our wives, our mothers, our fathers, our siblings, our neighbors, our friends. So such other relations other than blood relations we can cut off. Very easily we can cut off. But when the blood relation comes, when marriage relations come, then that is difficult. I don't say it is easy. But there is no other way than keeping them aloof without their knowledge. If there is he is avoiding, she is avoiding like that, they will try to make other problems also. So space and time. Time also at the time of narcissistic reactions, actions, we should keep away to go to a space, separate space. And moreover, we should not take to heart the actions by the narcissist, thinking that he is doing like that, she is doing like that, she does not love me and like that. No, you should not take it to heart. Those things you have compassion, you have sympathy, you have love, you have everything. That you have to get out, so you have to give it to other people. There are thousands of billions of people, and start loving all people, enjoying yourself like that, keep everything. Then somebody might be a husband, see, my life is spoiled. No, your life is not spoiled. You are good. Their life is spoiled. They are spoiling their life. They are getting away from their husband. They are getting away from father, mother, siblings, children. So they are gone. And they won't realize because their soul is Satan. They have come to this world for this purpose. Their life's purpose is this. Okay, thinking about trouble to other people. So, minus narcissists, all the people, if they undergo this healing method, it has started billions of years ago from the early civilizations. And that was our traditional type only. Now, the parapsychology now has refined it and given some sort of definition also and some problem. And with that comes this healing method. It is not a method invented by me. This is the method, parapsychological method, which psychologists may not approve it, or medical science may not approve it, but privately they approve it. I say with the people who say paramedical, this thing, parapsychology, they don't believe. But there are things fact. There is paramedical assistance and there is parapsychological assistance also. And people who just go on speaking also. I have listened to people who just speak against this parapsychology. Then they themselves resort to it when need comes. Such people have come to me also. And they are benefited. Now they believe in parapsychology. So when I say this, you need not believe. When you not follow, I don't care. If you believe, you follow, and definitely you will start. God bless you. Bye.